Establishing battlefield control. Stand by. Battle control
Ready for
online.
orders. All right, I'm listening. I hear you
New
loud
mission
and
objective
clear.
received.
I'm no killer. I'm listening. Здравствуйте. All right. I hear you loud and clear. Ready for orders. Pursue them. Our enemies tremble. I hear you loud and clear. Ready for orders. I hear you loud and clear. Advancing. Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. Let me get closer. I'm listening. Ready for orders. Let me get closer. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. All right. I hear you loud and clear. Advancing. Let me get closer. Good to hear from you. All right. I'm listening. Let me get closer. Здравствуйте. I'll melt it down. I'm nuclear. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you. Krukov here. Our enemies tremble. Our enemies tremble. Our enemies tremble. Good to hear from you. I hear you loud and clear. I'm nuclear. Enemy of the people. Krukov here. I'm listening. Ready for order. I'm listening. I'm nuclear. They're in our way. Our enemies tremble. Krukov here. I'm nuclear. I'm nuclear. Pursue them. I'll melt it down. Здравствуйте. I'm nuclear. Здравствуйте. Good to hear from you. Ready for orders. All right. I'm listening. Pursue them. Our enemies tremble. Здравствуйте. Then we must go. Pursue them. Здравствуйте. I hear you loud and clear. Ready for orders. Then we must go. Pursue them. I'm listening. Advancing. Let me get closer. All right. Then we must go. Good to hear from you. Advancing. Здравствуйте. All right. Good to hear from you. Pursue them. All right. Pursue them. Pursue them. Здравствуйте. All right. I hear you loud and clear. Здравствуйте. All right. All right. Good to hear from you. Advancing. Our enemies tremble. Advancing. Pursue them. I'm listening. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble.
Unit firepower upgraded.
Krukov here. Then we must go. Let me get closer. Good to hear from you. Advancing. I'm nuclear. Pursue them. Здравствуйте. Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. Здравствуйте. Then we must go. Ready for orders. I hear you loud and clear. Krukov here. Let me get closer. I'm nuclear. Здравствуйте. Ready for order. Ready for order. Ready for orders. Pursue them. Ready for orders. Ready for orders. Then we must go. Krukov here.
Unit promoted.
I hear you. Sheer agony. Advancing. Krukov here. Pursue them. Let me get closer. All right. Krukov here. I'll melt it down. Our enemies tremble. All right. Then we must go. I'm listening. Let me get closer. I'm listening. I hear you loud and clear. I'm listening. Let me get closer. They're in our way. Let me get closer. Krukov here. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. I'm nuclear. For the motherland. Krukov here. Good to hear from you. Rinse and repeat. Let me get closer. The beautiful glow. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm nuclear. Advancing.
Beacon detected.
I have the information. Moving.
I'm listening. All right. Krukov here. Ready for order. I hear you
Ready.
loud and
Yes,
clear.
Commander.
Ready for order. Our enemies tremble. All right. Then we must go. All right. I'll melt it down. Enemy of the people. I'm listening. Ready for order. Krukov here. Then we must go. Здравствуйте. Let
I
me
have the
get
information.
closer.
Moving.
For the motherland. Krukov here. All
Engineering.
right.
Yes, Commander.
I'm listening.
Engineering.
Then we
Moving.
must go. I'm nuclear.
Tools
All
ready.
right.
I will go.
Krukov here.
Moving. I will go. Yes, Commander.
Здравствуйте.
I
Let
have the
me get
information.
closer.
Moving.
Our
Tools ready.
enemies tremble.
Yes, Commander.
Our enemies
I have
tremble.
the information. Moving.
I'm nuclear. Then we must go.
Tools ready.
Good to
Moving.
hear from you. Then we must go. Let me get closer. I'm nuclear.
Engineering. I will go.
Advancing. I'm listening.
I have the information.
Pursue them.
I will go.
Ready for
Tools
order.
ready. Checking design.
Bridge repaired.
I'm nuclear. All right. I'm listening. All right. Здравствуйте. Advancing. Krukov here. Our enemies tremble. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble. Advancing. Advancing. I'm listening. Krukov here. All right. Pursue them. All right. I hear you loud and clear. Let me get closer. All right. Then we must go. I'm listening. Let me get closer. Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. Здравствуйте. Pursue them. I'm listening. Advancing. Pursue them. Let me get closer. Ready for orders. I hear you loud and clear. Pursue them. All right. Let me get closer. I hear you loud and clear.
Objective
Ready for
complete.
orders. Let me get
Battle
closer.
control offline. Battle control online. New mission objective received.
They will welcome me as one of their own. Better way.
Our enemies
We take
tremble.
what the people need.
Ready for
Mission
order.
continues.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm
Still
nuclear advancing. I hear you loud and clear.
Your systems are open.
Good to hear from
Mission
you.
continues.
Enemy of the people. Krukov here. Enemy of the people. Ready for order. Good to hear from you. I'm listening. Strategy. Our enemies tremble. Sheer agony. Our enemies tremble.
Systems are open. Shall happen.
Then we must go.
Your systems are
I'm
open.
listening. Console
Better
them.
way.
Rinse and repeat.
Unit promoted.
Console them. Let me get closer. Good to hear from you. Advancing. Advancing. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you
Take what the
loud
people
and
need.
clear.
I see a better way.
Ready for
We
order.
take what the people need.
Pursue them.
One way.
I'm listening. Pursue them. Let me get closer. Krukov here. Good to hear from you. Let me get closer. Krukov here. Pursue them. I'm nuclear. Pursue them.
Beacon placed.
Strategy. Let me get closer. Ready for order. Enemy of
I
the
got what you
people.
need. If I don't, I will.
Strategy. I'm listening. They're in our
I
way.
got what you need. If I don't, I will.
Good to hear from you. Let me get closer. I hear you loud and clear. All right. Then we
Your
must go.
systems are open.
Pursue
One
them.
way ticket.
Ready for orders. Then we must go. I'm listening.
Your
Then we
systems are
must go.
open.
Our
Shut
enemies
up.
tremble.
Saboteur.
Let me
I will
get
go and take a
closer.
look.
I'm nuclear.
Saboteur. One
Advancing.
way ticket. I got what you need. And if I don't, I will. One way ticket.
I'm nuclear. Let me get closer. I'm listening. I hear you loud and clear. I'm nuclear. Advancing. Ready for orders. Krukov here. Our enemies tremble. Then we must go. Pursue them. Strategy. I'm nuclear. Pursue them. I hear you loud and clear. Good to hear from you. Pursue
Saboteur.
them.
One way ticket.
Ready for orders. Advancing. All
What do
right.
you want? The
I'm
mission
listening.
continues.
Let me get closer. I'm nuclear.
Saboteur.
Ready for order. I'll melt it down. I'm nuclear. Krukov here. Pursue them. Krukov here. Strategy. Then we must go. Ready for
What do you
order.
want?
Let
One
me
way
get
ticket.
closer. I'm
I got what you
nuclear.
need. And if I
I'm
don't,
listening.
I will.
Advancing.
I will go and take
Our
a look.
enemies tremble. I hear you loud and clear. Strategy. Sheer agony. Ready for order. Strategy. I'll melt it down. Good to hear from you. Let me get closer. Krukov here. Advancing. All
Your
right.
systems are open.
I'm listening.
The mission
Advancing.
continues.
Our enemies tremble. Then we must go.
Go and take a look.
Ready for
I
order.
got what you need.
Advancing. Our enemies tremble. I hear you loud and clear. Good to hear from you. Advancing. All right.
Saboteur.
Our enemies tremble. Then we must go.
Beacon placed.
Systems are open.
Strategy. Pursue them. Rook up
We
here.
take what the people need.
Strategy. They're in our way. Nuclear. Advancing. Let me get closer. I'm listening. Then we must go. Good to hear from you.
Your systems are open to me.
Beacon placed.
Saboteur.
Beacon
One-way
detected.
ticket. Saboteur. I got what you need. And
Ready
if I
for
don't,
orders.
I will. Whom should we steal from? We take what the people need. Our mission continues.
Beacon placed.
Strategy. Let me get closer. All right. Strategy. Let me get closer. I'm listening.
What do you want?
I'm nuclear. Ready for order. Our enemies tremble. Then we must go. Our enemies tremble.
We take what the people need.
Look off here. Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. Look off here. Strategy.
We take what the people need.
I'm listening. Good to hear from you. Then
Whom
we
should
must
steal
go.
from? Our mission
Good
continues.
to hear from you.
Yes, sir. Better.
Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. Strategy. Then we must go. Good to hear from you.
Your systems are open.
Good to hear from you.
Now we go and take
I
a look.
hear you loud and clear. Good to hear from you.
Saboteur.
Ready for orders. For the motherland. I'm listening. Ready for orders. Advancing. Good to hear from you. Sheer agony. I hear you loud
Whom
and
should we
clear.
steal from? It shall happen.
Good to hear from you. Let me get closer. I'm nuclear. Then we must go. I'm nuclear.
what the people need.
I hear you
One
loud
way
and
ticket.
clear. I hear you loud and clear. Crook off here. Our enemies tremble. Pursue them. Strategy. Let me get closer. I'm listening. Let me get closer. Rinse and repeat. Good to hear from you. Then we
What
must
do you
go.
want? It shall happen. Now we go and
Crook
take a
off
look.
here. Pursue them. Good to hear
Saboteur.
from you.
Our mission
I hear you
continues.
loud and
What do you
clear.
want?
Ready for orders. Then we must go. Strategy. Advancing. I'm listening. I hear you loud
take what
and
the people
clear.
need.
Good
It
to
shall
hear
happen.
from you. All right. Ready for orders. All right.
Your systems are open to me.
Our enemies tremble. I'm nuclear. Good to hear from you. Strategy. Then we must go.
Beacon placed.
Strategy.
What do you want? Now
Ready
we
for
go and take a look.
orders. All right. Ready for orders. Then we must go. I'm listening. I hear you loud
What do
and
you want?
clear.
Our mission
Crook off
continues.
here. Advancing. Ready for orders. I hear you
Your
loud
systems
and
are open to
clear.
me. It shall happen.
Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
Whom
Pursue
should we
them.
steal from?
I'm listening. I'm listening. Pursue them. Good to hear from you. Let me get closer. For the motherland. I'm listening. Then we must go. Our enemies tremble. Rinse and repeat. Strategy.
I
Advancing.
got what you need. Bring the fight on. I will.
Our enemies tremble. Then we must go. Krukov here. Advancing. Krukov here. All right.
Saboteur.
I'm
One
listening.
way ticket.
Advancing. I'm nuclear.
I
Let me
got what
get
you need.
closer.
Bring the fight on. I will. One way
Strategy. Strategy. I hear you loud and clear.
I got what you
Our
need.
enemies
Bring the fight on.
tremble.
I will. I see a better way. We take what
Our
the people
enemies
need.
tremble. All right.
We take what the people need. I will go and take a look. One-way ticket.
Beacon placed.
Krukov here. Strategy. I hear you loud and clear.
What do you want? I will go and take a look. It shall happen. I will go and take a look. One-way ticket.
Ready for order. Strategy.
Building infantry.
Then we must go. I'm nuclear. Good to hear from you. Ready for orders. Advancing. Our enemies tremble. I'm nuclear. Pursue them. I'm listening. Our enemies tremble. I hear you loud and clear. I'm listening. Advancing. Krukov here. I'm listening. The beautiful glow. I'm listening. Our enemies tremble. I'm nuclear. Krukov here. Pursue them. Our enemies tremble. Krukov here.
Timer
Our
started.
enemies tremble. Krukov here. Advancing. Strategy. Krukov here. Pursue them. Strategy. Advancing. Ready for order. Good to hear from you. Pursue them. Our enemies tremble. I'm nuclear. Pursue them. Good to hear from you. Pursue them. I'm nuclear. Ready for order. Advancing. I'm listening. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble.
mission objective
Pursue
received.
them. Ready for order. I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. Good to hear from you. I hear you
Enemy
loud and
infantry
clear.
battalion detected.
Krukov here. Good to hear from you. Advancing. Good to hear from you. I hear you loud and clear. I'm listening. Ready for order. Good to hear from you. I'm listening. Ready for order. Then we must go. Ready for order. Strategy. Our enemies tremble. Then we must go. Krukov here. Then we must go. I'm listening. Advancing. Our enemies tremble. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble. Let me get closer. I'm nuclear. Let me get closer. Our enemies tremble. Pursue them. Good to hear from you. All right. I'm listening. Our enemies tremble. Здравствуйте. Then we must go. Здравствуйте. Our enemies tremble. Pursue them. I'm listening. All right. Здравствуйте. Advancing. I'm nuclear. All right. Then we must go. Good to hear from you. All right. Здравствуйте. I hear you loud and clear. Good to hear from you. I'm nuclear. I'm nuclear. Good to hear from you. Our enemies tremble. I hear you loud and clear. I'm listening. All right. Здравствуйте. Then we must go. Здравствуйте. Pursue them. Krukov here. Let me get closer. Krukov here. I'm listening. Good to hear from you. Let me get closer.
Objective complete. You are victorious.